Hello, YouTube. Hello, my name is Nicole, and I'm going to be talking about my company who I teach for online. So, the company I teach for is called Wales English. It's not as well known as your Palfish or iTutor Group or VIP Kid, but it is slowly becoming popular by a lot of people who are adding their referral links and just posting a lot of marketing with them. So anyways, let me just get right into it. I'm going to dive into it. Wales English is a Chinese company. You're working Beijing hours, which means that since I'm in America, I'll be working 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then if I was back in Thailand or if I was somewhere in Asia, I'd be working 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So the Beijing hours are from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And I'd be like working around those hours if I was back in Thailand. But right now I'm in America. So yeah, due to the whole coronavirus. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So like I said, you're teaching Beijing hours, 6 to 9 p.m. You have to work at least 8 hours minimum a week. It has to be from Monday through Sunday. So you can do your, 2 classes Monday, 2 classes Tuesday, 2 classes Wednesday, 2 classes Thursday, and so forth. The greatest thing about my company is you can be able to open up your schedule for Saturdays and Sundays. So like your fixed slots and flexible slots, you're able to open up those slots and you're able to work those hours all day on Saturday and Sunday. Now, in terms of pay, so I had less than a year of experience, and I was able to do really well during my demo or my interview, and I got $20 per 50 minutes. So another thing too is the classes are 50 minutes each, which is typically pretty long because most classes can be like 25-30 minutes. I know VIP Kid has 25-30 minute classes. However, this is a different case. So yes, Wales English is 50-minute classes. You first start off with your trials. So when you have trials, it's your students who are just starting off learning English. They don't really know much at all besides their name, the age, mom, dad. Very, very simple, basic English, very limited English. So they don't really know much. They're not really able to converse. They're not really able to communicate or reciprocate. So that's one big thing too about when you're going to be teaching these trials. The best thing about these trials is depending on how it goes, normally it's the teacher and 2 students. Normally if it goes well and the parents choose you, you can get $5 extra, which is really cool. So I start off with 20, and if I have 1 student chooses me, I make up to $25 per 50-minute sessions. Not bad. So it just depends if the parents do choose you. You have to make sure you're being energetic, using a lot of TPR, being patient, eliciting for them to be able to speak by holding your mouth, by putting your finger to your mouth, and then to hear you put your hand behind your ear for them to be able to hear. So making sure that you are being enthusiastic, energetic is super important. Making sure that you are using a reward system. They do have a reward system, stars. But if you have your own, that's great. I actually had this little ice creams I used, or I even used a flower. If you do a good job, you get a flower. So they love that because kids love toys and any type of reward systems that you could possibly have. So that's pretty cool actually. So that's the company I work for. That's basically the rundown of it. It's 8 hours minimum a week. I get paid $20 per 50-minute sessions. I'd say I'm doing pretty good in terms of bookings. It does take a few weeks in order to build up bookings. Anybody who says they get bookings within a week or 2 is a liar, because that's not possible. It's going to take a long time due to coronavirus, due to the influx of teachers, depending what company. They are marketing like crazy on Facebook especially, or sometimes even when I go on Indeed, I see a new online teaching job open up or posting. So that's one thing to remember, that it's going to be impossible to get bookings within a week or 2. It takes time. It took me about a few weeks for me to get a full solid bookings for my online teaching company. So that's who I work for. The students are ages 3 to 12, so it's not too bad. Children mostly, of course, not adults. And after you finish classes, you have to write feedback. So you have to write feedback in terms of, how well did they do, some areas they need to improve on. So that's my company, basically, Wales English. In a nutshell, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm also able to coach people in terms of how well they do their interview. And so if you have any other questions about Wales English, just want to let you know, there's one thing I forgot to throw out there. They are recruiting teachers from native English speaking countries. So if you are from UK, USA, England, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, you're in the clear, which is really nice. So at least that's nice because they're more accepting as opposed to VIP Kid because it's more American-based company. But Wales English takes everybody, only from native English-speaking countries. No, not many people from South Africa, unfortunately, but there's some other companies out there. So that's a brief rundown of my company. I also get paid once a month, the 15th of each month, through Payoneer, which is really great. They don't take out too much money. Another thing too about taxes is at the end of the year you pay your taxes because you're an independent contractor. If you have any other questions, let me know, and hopefully I helped you out. And if you have any questions, feel free to subscribe.